Scott Station 2 here, back again with another venting video. This one wouldn't be really venting. I mean, some of you might call it venting, but more like just like a personal video. Um, it's just about dating and how Scott Station 2, which is me, is taking somewhat of a hiatus from dating. You know, um, I've been in a couple of situations with women and things like that in the past, in the past couple years, sorry. um but none of them ever seemed to really like last that long. The longest that one of them has lasted was probably just up on maybe 8 months to, most people call that like a year, but I'd say that's probably the longest one of them has lasted. And then some of them were just like on and off relationships where, we'll talk and hang out for a month or whatever. And the next month we're barely talking, barely hanging out. It's just inconsistent, you know. And that's not really something I want. I want a woman that's consistent, you know, and also not someone who I have to uh, beg to be in their life or beg to be in my life. Even though that's something I would say that I've never done, but you know, even just like having to put in more effort into the relationship is like a hassle, and it's not something I really enjoy. And I prefer like to have a woman on my side that put in puts in just as much effort into the relationship. Yeah, can't talk right now. Just as much effort into the relationship as I do. You know, um, but it's like right now in this current moment, um, I'm open to, you know dating and things like that. But it's just, um, I'm not actively pursuing women at this time because I'm actively uh, building my life, building my future. You know, whether that be trying to get my own place to live, whether that be building the resources to be able to go to other countries or other states, and overall just have a nice life with hobbies and fun things like that included, while I'm building myself, just trying to get it to where I just enjoy my life being by myself, you know, because you need to be fulfilled within you first before you can allow another person into your life. So everything starts with you, especially as the man, even though women, they have to come to us complete as well, but it's more so for us men. So yeah, like that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just making myself whole before I allow a woman to be a part of me, you know? And like my last relationship, it ended probably like almost a year ago now. It was pretty good, but that kind of like that specific relationship inspired me to be more um it just inspired me to look for more women that have things that are in common with me, because before that, all my relationships have been mostly like just sexual in nature. Like, even though that's like important, but that's what most of my relationships are based off of, just like sexual attraction and just the physical, but nothing really of substance to where it's like, oh, we have this in common, we do this together because we both like the same activities. But my last relationship, that's what kind of got me thinking, like, okay, any girl I meet from now on, it can't just be just physical. Like, if I wanted to make it work, we have to at least, have things in common, common goals, common interests for the relationship to be able to work long term, you know. Like, I don't mind what they call flings. I don't mind that, but at the same time, I just got to a point to where those things don't really they don't feel like they have much meaning because I don't think they do. It's like, to me, you could sleep with a person a certain amount of times and it just goes nowhere. It's like, okay, what are we getting at with this? And on top of that, having lots of flings is not really a safe thing to do either. Considering like all the diseases and things like that out there, you know, and like once you stop using protection or whatever, um, you're probably gonna not want to use it again, even though you could like have self control and things like that to still do it, but more often than not, you probably would not want to use protection if you tried it without. So there's that part of the equation. Um, but I think the best bet is just to work on yourself, work on your life, you know, build your future as a man. And if you meet a woman along the way, that's even better. But for the most part, you probably kind of have to wait it out um, to give you like the best possible outcome. I mean, because once you get to a certain point, you probably will have multiple women to choose from to begin with, which, kind of does higher your chances of getting the right one, quote unquote, the right one in your life. Um, but like I said, if you meet a girl like along the way when you're building yourself, and you're building your life, that is how you could have found the one for you, the woman for you, because she's willing to go through thick and thin with you. She's there basically with you at your lowest point in your life. You probably don't even have, you know, financial security at the time. You still trying to find yourself a career, and you probably at that point you probably still don't fully like know yourself or things that you like to do and things like that. But if a woman is able to like stick with you by that at that time, yeah, I would say that's a keeper, man. Like, it's not many women out here like that would stick by a man at his lowest point, because majority of them they want a guy that's like already just basically already living on 100% max mode. You know, they got everything they want. They're looking for those kind of guys. And then even then, once you get to that point, then you got to worry about women using you for your money, your resources. Once you get to that point, that's another downside to like wait until you get quote unquote successful. But like if you date like during your upcoming process, you'll be better at like vetting the women that want you for you and the women that want to use you. So that's why it's kind of important to like at least get to know women um, during that phase, talk to them, interact with them, and things like that. Like I said, yeah, this is just what I'm saying as far as me. Uh, I'm just kind of focused on myself, like building my empire. Um, like I said, if a woman comes along while I'm doing that, that's even better. But for the most part, I'm just doing me. Um, and once I get done with that, then I will allow a woman into my life that I feel deserves it, and she will be greatly rewarded, and we'll have a nice life together. But I'll just end this message by saying, uh, guys out there, that if you're like me and you're just kind of not really pursuing women because you want to wait until the right one comes along, I just hope that, God sends us the right woman for us in our lives, and that we will be fulfilled with or without her. But she'll make our lives better for sure. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video.